I'm Heather Vale.
And I'm Dr. Steve G. Jones. And we're here with Harry Shade today. And Harry is going to share with us ways to enhance your creativity and tap into your inner child. So, Harry, thanks for being here.
Oh, it's my pleasure. And it's really a fun topic. I love talking about this because too many people just don't.
Yeah.
We grow up and we get all uptight.
Get all serious and everything. I mean,
Start wearing coats.
Well, because people
That's
tell
nice,
us we're supposed to be adults now. Are you saying we don't?
No, as a matter of fact, I think you should be the exact opposite as much as you possibly can. Think about when you were a child. You know, what did you really worry about most of the time?
Nothing.
Nothing, exactly. And in this society, in this day and age, and you know, doctor, right? People are so stressed out about things because they're so worried about it, and a lot of it is because of that. They don't take that time in their life to really enjoy life, and like you did as a child. It hasn't gone away.
Yeah.
It's still in there. You just kind of buried under a bunch of crap.
Okay, so you mentioned that this is related to creativity. Now, I know a lot of people who are writers or want to be writers or want to create products online, for example.
Mm-hmm.
They run into these blocks. We call it writer's block if it's a writer, but it can be any amount of creativity blockage that says, what am I going to do? How am I going to get this done? So how do you suggest that people overcome that?
Well, one thing for sure is I'm the same way. I'm a creative person myself. Radio show, you know, wrote a book, and you get those times you just can't figure out what's the next step. What can I do? This is where you want to tap into that inner child, into that creativity. One of the things, very simple, you know, I have 10 steps on here, but one thing you can do, go places that kids go. Go to museums, go to zoos, go to arcades, go to playgrounds. Go swing on a swing.
Okay, but isn't it going to look kind of creepy if someone like Steve is walking around the
someone
playground?
if someone like Steve goes, maybe.
Okay, so this is for everyone except me.
No, here's the thing. Okay, I can get away with it. I have a 4-year-old kid. I can go those places. Nobody's going to look at me cross-eyed. Steve shows up by himself, or any guy.
If I'm dressed like this, maybe won't be allowed in the playground.
You might not want to go that way.
But see...
Right, Harry, how do you overcome? I think Heather's question gets at something. How is it socially acceptable for middle-aged men to go to a playground and swing on a swing?
Absolutely, I do it all the time, and I do it just simply because I'm not there. I'm not. I say hi to people and things. If I go, it's 5 minutes maybe. Okay. And I walk around. I always sit by a tree and do those types of things. But if you're really subconscious about that, go to the zoo. You can go to the zoo by yourself. The animals are friendly.
Yeah.
They're behind cages and things. But or go to an arcade and play some games. You don't necessarily have to go to the park. She's making it a little weird. But
Thanks, Heather. Now we can't go on the swing.
Yeah, now we can't swing
anymore.
anymore.
Go out and play.
Gosh. Oh, however.
Yes.
If someone like Steve takes someone like me to the park, all of a sudden it looks like a fun date. So.
Yeah, so
you can get away with stuff like that.
People like us, or no, people like me.
People like you, Steve.
Find someone
Obviously,
like
I can do it.
Yeah, you're okay.
I'm fine.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
So yeah, okay. So that's one example. Go someplace where kids go and do. Children's museums are a great place too. I didn't mention that, or a natural history museum, but something that's going to get you out of that normal day-to-day routine. Okay. Another thing, and I tell this, you should really do this, and do it at work. A coloring book. Do some art. Coloring book and crayons in your desk.
Wow.
Okay. Is that okay for a person like Steve?
Yeah, can Steve?
Can I color?
I think that would be okay.
Okay, thanks.
People would think he was being really creative.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, that's
or
what
crazy.
doctors do. Or crazy.
Wow, that's what doctors do. They color coloring books.
Yes.
I've always wondered what they do.
Yeah,
okay.
we never
Well,
knew.
we can never read their signatures. It's because they color out
they're
of
coloring all day.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Perfect. But no, absolutely. Things like coloring or finger painting. Remember last time you ever finger painted?
I was kindergarten. It was a long time ago.
A long time ago. Do some finger painting. Play with glue. Glue's fun. Okay, don't
eat it.
Don't eat it. Yeah. Let it dry in your hand and eat it.
Yeah, but but create something. And here's the thing: you're not getting graded on this, so who cares?
Right.
Okay, get some construction paper, cut it up, make something silly. You know what I used to like to do? I would take, those sheets that had the lines in it, the graph paper?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, they had the big blocks on. I would actually draw patterns.
Okay.
And I'd create these little pieces like artwork, drawing patterns on it. Something along those lines just get you out of that logical brain.
Take some macaroni, glue it on.
Take some macaroni.
String it. We used to do that in kindergarten.
Oh,
String
yeah.
it up, make a necklace out of it.
Sure.
Oh, I got a lot
Anything
of
you
craft
can
projects.
think of.
And then wear that to the park.
That's the part.
Wear it to the park.
That'll get me in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll color while I'm swinging too.
Yes, and paint your face.
Yes. So you're showing finger paints.
See? You're
Okay.
great.
So this may not be completely socially acceptable, but you'll have a good time. And the payoff is you get to tap into your inner child.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah,
It's a couple examples. Play children's games.
Okay.
Okay, go out, play hide and seek. Play kickball. Get a group of friends and go play some kickball. Play with children's toys. Actually, if you have kids, play with their toys. Okay, have some fun with those things. Get Tinker toys or the Erector sets or Legos.
Lego,
Create
yeah.
something with
Now,
Legos.
Harry, what does your house look like? I'm starting to. Do you have like coloring books and toys and?
I have a few.
Okay.
You know what?
Okay.
You know what you just reminded me is places like Google have these play areas for their employees.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because they're hiring youngsters now, early
But
20s.
not
and
not 5-year-olds. They're hiring
not super youngsters, but
they're hiring
hiring
25-year-olds who still apparently they tap into their inner child.
Yeah,
They do.
And I was good at it then. Not so good at it now. I need to get better at it. When I was 25, I was really good at tapping into my inner child. Now that I'm 45, I've got gotten out of that. So thanks for letting it be okay. Heather, it's okay.
I mean, I'm only 21 myself. So
Yes.
it's
So when I was Harry's age, I was good at
21 for the 32nd time, whatever that adds up to.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, it really is. Those are the types of things when you can do that. I got some other cool ones. You ready
Okay.
for this one?
Yeah.
Put together an unbirthday party.
Oh, that's from Winnie the
For
Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh, yeah, an unbirthday
that. I
party.
must have missed that book. What happened to the unbirthday party?
Well, basically, you're having a party, but it's really nobody's birthday. But who cares? You're just having
It's
a
your
party. every day.
unbirthday,
It's your unbirthday.
364 days of the year.
It is.
So you can have a party any day.
Any
Okay.
day. Or do a costume party. Get friends to come over and dress up. Do a costume party. Those are always fun to do. Or remember the plays you put on in the backyard when you were kids? Do it
Yeah.
as adults.
We did puppet shows.
The puppet
Yeah.
shows. Do it as adults. Get together. Do an improv.
Okay.
Just have
Improv
some-
is awesome.
Yeah, just have some fun. Think of fun things that you can do along those lines.
Now at this point, I think people who are watching are thinking,
This guy's crazy.
this guy's crazy.
I have a doctor though, so we're good.
Yes, you'll be okay. But I color and I do finger paints with the particle I swing now, so I don't know. so they may be wondering
Not
why.
yet, but I can't wait to see it.
Yes, that's later
It will
today.
be on YouTube.
Yes, that's later. I will be doing that. So people may be wondering, why would I be doing all this stuff? So Harry, why?
Well,
would I do
again, if you really need to get into the creative space, or if you just want to tap that inner child, release some of that stress and that worry and the things that you have as an adult. Okay?
But how does that, let's take it back to the writer's block.
Yeah.
So, okay, I want to sit down and write something. Writer's block, can't come up with anything. Let's go to the park. Go to the
Finger
park
paint.
and swing. How is all of a sudden I'm swinging, I'm finger painting, how all of a sudden is that going to help me with my writing?
Okay, let's take the swinging. You're going to the park, you do something a little bit physical. The physical side of things generates energy within inside of you, okay? It also takes you out of the thought process.
Okay.
You don't think when you're swinging.
Right.
You
You
just-
get out of your head.
Yeah, you get out of your head.
Okay.
You just swing. But then you're also doing something physical, so you're increasing the oxygen. Okay, so that's
Okay.
why if you're doing something, even, and I say this, you could take a walk in the park, but if you're going to be in the park, why not swing? Or climb on the monkey bars, or do something that's physical that's going to get that oxygen flowing. Because that's another thing that happens is you get that, in that side of your brain, you want to get that flow. So that's why you do things like that. And even finger painting, you get your mind off of what you're thinking about. And you're a writer, ever done that before? Where you said, okay, I got to put this away and go do something else. I
Yeah.
got to get my mind off it. It gets your mind off it.
However-
It increases creativity.
However, sometimes I think that's an excuse to procrastinate. So, okay, well,
So
I'm having problems
so
writing.
this
I really don't
park
want
thing
to.
can't get out of control. If
True.
you don't want to do it 8 hours a day every day. And,
I'm being creative.
Well,
So you got to do it in moderation. I would
Well,
say.
anything in moderation. But these are really, again, things that you think of for those times when you are kind of stuck. In your
Right.
And I
creative-
agree with that. And research backs you up, Harry, because psychological research shows that, yes, it's behind you.
Look
It
at
says that if you go at it, attempting to figure out something, working on it, your brain becomes less and less efficient. If you will just take a little break and come back to it, things open up for you. So taking this kind of break is great because you have a structured break and you have something fun to do.
Sure. I have another fun one.
Yeah, okay.
Sing and dance to silly kid songs.
Okay, what if I want to sing
It's
and
gonna be a
dance to
busy
rock
day.
songs? What if I want to play air guitar and belt out Journey? Sorry.
Why are you sorry? Why?
You don't like Journey.
I like Journey.
You do?
I'm not a
Okay.
Journey
What
hater.
man doesn't like
I don't want to
Journey?
go to a Journey concert anymore because the
Yeah.
lead singer is they have
What
a
if
new
I-
lead singer.
Yeah.
he's
What
not
if
as
I
good as-
belt out Bon Jovi? Sorry.
And I don't like Bon Jovi.
You
Right,
can
got me
belt
there.
it. You can belt
Sorry, Bon
whatever
Jovi.
you want. Okay, it doesn't matter the song. Okay, the only reason I said silly kid songs is we also talk a little about tapping that inner child.
Okay.
Okay, so and if you want to really have fun with it, videotape yourself singing, the Teapot song, and then put it up on YouTube. And I'm sure.
Oh my
there'll be
god.
some hits.
No, don't put it up on
Like
YouTube.
Steve should.
At the park.
At the park,
I'm
when he's painted up,
Yeah, that'll.
and he's
be-
got on his macaroni
It's gonna be a
necklace.
short trip to the park for me.
Well, it'll be a quick trip to jail.
Yeah,
But it's a short trip to the park.
Yeah, Steve's park thing
Yeah.
didn't really work out. But I'm a doctor. Yeah.
No, but you're right. I mean, so Heather is a very good point. I mean, it doesn't matter the music.
Okay.
Get up and move your body, sing a little bit, enjoy yourself, do something. Have an animated movie day. And here's the reason
that would
why I
be
say
fun.
here's the reason why I say an animated movie day is because they're more colorful and the imaging's a lot different, and they're generally about fun topics.
Yeah.
And they're fun things that you can do. So grab some Disney movies. Put them in. You don't necessarily have to watch the whole movie because she's really serious on not doing it for a very long time.
No, I would totally watch
I
the
say-
whole movie.
Do it all day.
And I would be crying at the parts where like Bambi's mother,
That'd be
Bambi's father
difficult for
dies.
that'd be difficult for me to watch a Disney movie.
I know, there's a
Well,
yeah.
there's all kinds of animated movies. That's not
Okay, all right, I could find some.
You could pick Heavy Metal. Did you ever see that?
Yeah, oh,
animated
that's
movie?
a great. I have not seen the whole thing actually, so
Yeah,
I'll,
so there
I'll
you
watch
go.
it.
But the recent ones, the animated ones, I've taken my son to a few. They're actually like they've got those tearjerker moments, but they've got like the happy ending and. So,
See, for
yeah.
me as a guy watching that, it's like, I mean, what's tearjerker and happy ending for you is like, oh boy.
All right, you're a Sagittarius, so. You
Was that it? Okay.
I'm a Scorpio. It's different.
Okay.
This is why we're trying to get him to the park. But anyway, no. I mean,
I'm not allowed at the park anymore.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Thanks, Harry.
But no, I mean, so that's just another thing. So animated movies. Another one is when's the last time? And be honest, that you just went and just like laid in the grass and looked up at the sky, either on a cloudy.
I know
day-
exactly when it was. I was in Toronto, Canada, about a year ago.
That's
When's
where
the last time
I was from.
Really?
Yeah.
That's where
Well,
she's from. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I was in your yard and I didn't know it.
But
Yeah.
he wasn't in the park.
No.
I wasn't in the park.
Yeah.
I was in some kind of park on some island. You take a ferry
Yeah,
over
okay,
to it.
Center Island.
Okay. So the sad thing is, I remember when the last time I did it, and it was so long because it stood out in my mind. I mean, that should be a common occurrence for me if I was really open with it, doing it a lot.
I do it a lot.
So it stands out.
I
for
don't
me.
lie down, but I look at the clouds a lot.
Well, yeah, look at
Oh,
the
there's
clouds.
a
Look at the
horse. There's a
ceiling. Does that
duck.
count?
Yeah.
When I wake up, I stare at the ceiling for about a half an hour.
And you pretend
So
there's
there you go.
clouds.
I pretend there are clouds.
Seriously. Yeah, but even at night too. When's the last time you did it at night? It is so cool to go out. You get out in the country, get on the hood of your car, just kind of lay back, and
That would be cool. I've never done that.
the vastness of the universe that's out there is amazing. And again, it just takes you back. I remember doing this when I was a young guy. I was like 16 years old, and I come from a small town in northeastern Ohio. It's a farm town, more cows than people.
Wow.
And we would literally go out, or we'd lay in the in the barn or something, because Mom had a farm, and we would just lay there on the hay and just do nothing. And that's the key. That's the idea. Just do nothing. Just be with the whole vastness of what's going on.
So,
It's just
that reminds me here. People talk about the power of now, being in the moment.
Yeah.
Is this another way for them to be in the moment, just forget about the crap and just focus on...
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. It's a perfect way of doing
So it's a
that.
spiritual experience.
It can be a very spiritual experience unless you're, painted in the park.
It's
And
a
then it
spiritual
might be,
painting.
You told me to,
It might be
Larry.
an out-of-body experience.
Out of body? How would that be out of body? You'd
You
be out of the park.
Yeah.
Yeah, could be.
If you do it at, what's that, in the desert where people come? Burning Man.
Burning Man.
If you do
If
it at
you do,
Burning
there, it's
Man,
perfect
very
for Burning
spiritual.
Man.
Normal.
Yeah.
All of the
To
all
be
of the
painted
device-
with
yes.
macaroni necklaces.
Yes. In fact, that's not even weird enough.
No, it's not.
It's just to
You'd
get
be
you in.
normal
Yeah.
at Burning Man.
Normal.
No, but no, I
finger
mean,
paint guy
these
is.
are just things, again, that you can look at, and they're simple. That's the other thing. Keep it simple. I talked about doing these parties, stuff like that. It's great, but the simpler you can keep it, the easier you can do it. That's why having that coloring book in that desk drawer, that you say, okay, I just want to do that, or a puzzle that you can put together very quickly, or, and some people say, well, yeah, there's all kinds of things on the internet. There's brain games, there's all kinds of stuff, but do things that children do because it gets you back to the inner child, and that's when you were the most creative.
Is there a
Yes.
difference using your hands, like actually doing a hands-on puzzle as opposed to just doing it digitally?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, because that physical act of touching it, especially if you're a kinesthetic,
Okay.
You know, you have visual learners, you have auditory learners, kinesthetic learners. If you're kinesthetic, you're going to love puzzles.
Okay.
But the physical touching of it, there's a difference to that. That's why Legos are so much fun, because you're physically putting something together, or playing with clay or whatever. it might
Play-Doh,
be.
yeah.
Yeah, Play-Doh, those
Never
types
would.
of things. It gives you that opportunity to get more physical with it. When you do that, it changes dynamics for sure.
Very nice.
And the connection with water, it is so playful and so much fun. But again, I mean, the whole water balloon thing, when was the last time you did that? Threw water balloons at each other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
What about going up to the top of a high rise throwing water balloons down? No, don't do that.
No.
Forget I suggested that.
She's
Oh,
just
boy.
bad. That's just all there is
Oh
to
boy.
it. Fun, but bad.
Well, here's some thoughts that come to my mind. First of all, when I met you, it was at a networking party,
Mhm.
and we were at a rooftop of a very nice high-rise with a very nice pool. Remember the pool there,
Right,
the
yeah.
infinity pool?
Everything was blowing in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's windy and everything is blowing in the pool. But the thing that wasn't in the pool were the adults. We were all dressed up,
Right.
We're adults and that's a pool. We're networking and that's what kids do. And so I think that really illustrates the idea that people have of, serious adults don't get in the pool. They don't have that kind of fun. So how do we kind of bridge that gap in our minds?
Well, I think one way to do it is you invite people then to a pool party. Because the thing
So
about
you
it, if
spell
you-
it out for them.
Yeah, because if you say it's a business networking event, whether you say it's VIP or not, nobody's thinking bathing suits and water balloons. They're
Right.
just not.
Even if there's a pool there.
Even if there's
Yeah.
a pool
Not
there,
gonna-
it's,
yeah.
we're going to talk and we're going to, even though we had pictures with Kiss, which was fun.
Yeah.
With
Yeah, Kiss showed
Sin
up.
City Kiss, that was nice. No, so you want to spell it out. Say, this is a pool party, because otherwise people are going to
Bring
think.
your favorite squeaky toy or rubber
Bring
ducky.
Then people read and say, I don't think I'm going. They'll know ahead of time not to go.
Actually,
if they don't, if
you
they're
can
not up
have
for it.
rubber duckies as party
You
favors.
could.
Oh boy.
And hand
If
them
I
out
get
at
the
the
rubber
door.
ducky invitation, I'm going to be like,
So
I'm busy
The
that day.
invitation's shaped like rubber ducky.
Yeah, even worse.
Don't tell Steve about the rubber duckies.
Tell everybody
Okay,
else.
everybody
Right.
else.
Surprise me with that
Surprise
once
Steve
I'm
when
there.
he shows up.
After you've locked the door and there's a guard there, I can't get out, then, it's doing the rubber ducky party.
Yeah, but like I said earlier, the idea here is you can really do some very simple things, some fun, creative things that allow you to increase your creativity, get back to the inner child, release some stress and things, and do it more. Just really enjoy it. And if you have kids, just play with your kids, for gosh sakes, because they're
Yeah.
going to get you there.
It's an easy excuse.
That's an excuse, yeah.
And if you don't, like me, mine's older, then just do it in the comfort of your own home.
Find someone high to do it. So someone like me would need to find someone like Heather who's got a kid. And that'd be the excuse to go to the park and do all this
Yeah.
other
Or
stuff.
we could always rent a kid. Maybe there's a...
There you go. Is there a website
That's
for
a
that?
good business model for anyone who's looking for something to do. Maybe
Rent a
not.
kid.
Maybe not.
Probably not in the U.S. It's probably not going to go over well.
No.
No.
Yeah.
So there you go. There's just some, I think there's 10
Yeah.
things you can do.
Thank you, Harry.
That's
You're-
awesome.
you're
That's
quite
good.
welcome.
And it's interesting that the almost tension that I feel, and that's kind of been the heart of the levity that we've had here, which is like, you think, oh my goodness, a middle-aged person going to the park and doing this and that, because we're so disconnected from that. We think that we're not allowed to do it. We think we're not supposed to do it. We think it's ridiculous. But really, what we should be thinking is that's something that's open to us that we can do. It's free, after all. We can do it anytime we want.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So we should do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have to cost a lot of money. It doesn't have to cost any money. Again, go laying and looking at the clouds doesn't cost a thing.
Right.
So just do it. Just take the time to do it. And I appreciate you guys giving me the opportunity to come in and share this with people, and hopefully it'll help them out.
Well,
Yeah.
thanks, Harry.
Awesome.
And where can people learn more about you, Harry Shade?
Well, they can learn more about me. The easiest thing to do is go to google.com and type in Harry Shade. I have the first 2 pages on Google.
Well, pictures of you in the
Cool.
park with the macaroni,
With the macaroni, the
paintings.
finger painting.
Awesome.
There's a video on YouTube of him doing I'm a Little Teapot.
Little tea.
Not yet, but there
Nice.
will be one day.
I
I
like
dare
it.
you.
You double
I
down
double
there.
down dare
You
you.
double down dare me. Now I gotta do it.
I'll give you $5.
I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle, here is my spout. When I get all steamed up, hear me shout. Tip me over and pour me out. Woohoo! Yes!
All right, and here's that $5.
Oh, thank you for the $5.
Well, I'm Dr. Steve G. Jones,
And I'm Heather Vale.
and this is Harry Shade. Thank you, Harry, for being here. We appreciate everything.
Thank you, Steve.